The Nuggets leading by 5. On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. Budinger is out there with Maurice Spates. Then it's Jared Bayless. Then there's Perkins. And it's Westbrook in at the point. Lynn kicks to Jordan. Just 5 to shoot. And a miss there on the triple. The Cavaliers trail by 5. That's good. Budinger's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Cavs.
What a finish with that hoop.
Crawford dishes to Lynn. Back to Crawford. Outside, Lynn. For the 3. Kept alive. Goes back up. And it's Noel missing. So it's the Cavaliers now. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. For 3, Westbrook. For Denver, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter.
Russell Westbrook, one of the best success stories when it comes to converting a scoring guard to playing the point. But it's his overall talent that's made him successful. His will, his competitiveness, and his incredible athleticism.
Bayless, the pass to Budinger. He dishes it to Perkins. Good D by Jordan.
He operates pretty well in traffic, guys, but that was a tough play to finish off.
Outside, Lynn dishes to Taylor. Lynn kicks to Crawford. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Crawford's got the lead up to 5 now for Denver. Outside, Westbrook. Feeds to Perkins. Here's Budinger. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
Kind of rare to see him come up empty on a wide open look.
Lynn dishes to Noel. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. No good. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure. The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
Denver leading by 3. Lynn the pass to Crawford. Goes up on the wing. Crawford missing again.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
And he gets it to go. And now just a 1-point Nugget lead.
How about that? Gets it off right in the face of the big fella. Quick release.
And operating on the perimeter like that negates some of the height disadvantage, too.
Now here's Lynn. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Kicks it to Budinger. Cleveland moving it around. Outside Westbrook. In low to space. And it's Budinger in the corner. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. Denver's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Jordan sets the pick for Lynn. Releases. And another miss by Denver.
Well, that's an excellent challenge right there. Good job contesting that shot by the defender.
Westbrook kicks to Bayless. Back to Westbrook. And that comes off the assist by Jared Bayless. 10 points for Russell Westbrook.
Well, he wasn't fazed at all by the bigger man on him. And on the low block, I thought he might be.
You know, Steve, I thought maybe he'd prefer to bring him out to the perimeter, but whatever works, go to it.
Here's Crawford. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Crawford's got 4 this quarter.
You know, he's got a quick trigger from that range when he senses that the defense has backed off.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
Jeremy Lin, as you would expect, focused on addressing his weaknesses, trying to get better with his left hand, passing, dribbling, and finishing. Even his mental approach, training himself to expect success and to keep that next play mentality.
And Steve, the other thing that Lin has worked to improve is his defense.
Yeah, well, you look at his rate of steals and blocks, it's pretty good. And then, you know, the biggest thing for him is just staying in front of his man. That's so tough to do these days in the NBA with so many lightning fast point guards. But Lin has worked hard to improve in that area, and I think it's really paid off for him.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Udo's checked in for Jordan. Fareed comes in for Noel. Sonny Snell's checked in for Jamal Crawford. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Jeremy Lin. Thomas kicks to Fareed. Back to Thomas. The three. Here's Udo.
Well, you allow them to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, I think you got to foul him, and free throws are better than a layup.
It's his first trip to the line. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Cavaliers have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Noah with a screen on Thomas. Miller dishes to Dudley. That's good, and it's Miller with the assist. Dudley's got himself on the board with 3 there.
How about that screen by Noah?
Thomas goes in. Here's Taylor. And again, Denver no good.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Stauskas, the pass to Dudley. Miller again. It's Taylor. Love with the bucket. Now it's a 3-point Cleveland lead. Denver calls timeout.
Well, few would have predicted back when Kevin Love was drafted 5th out of UCLA in 2008 that he'd become the superstar player we see today. He's transformed his body and expanded his game year after year.
For the Nuggets, Jordan, he's checked in for Udo. And it's Crawford in for Taylor. Crawford outside. Back to Thomas. Fareed setting the pick for Thomas. Nice teamwork to set up the pick point and make the space for the J. Cavaliers have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Here's Miller. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Miller's got his second basket.
What a big-time mismatch it's been in the post. Where's the defensive adjustment? They're getting housed down there.
They sure are. You got to come up with something. A double team, maybe a substitution, but this is getting ridiculous.
Crawford, no luck.
Well, the defender was on him like glue, all up in his airspace. That's a very low percentage shot against that kind of defense.
Yeah, you're right. Best not to force it when you've got someone draped all over you like that. You got to move the ball on.
Here's Noah. That's in, coming off an assist from Miller. And the Cavaliers lead by 5.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Right, you got to make a defensive adjustment here, Clark. Time to collapse inside, force the ball back out in the perimeter, make them beat you from long range.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Now here is Miller. Fades back. Miller with another miss.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might well tell the story in this one.
And that should tilt things toward them. I mean, they've been winning that battle.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, guys, the Cavs' David Blatt, the first ever NBA head coach directly hired from the international ranks. Though he grew up near Boston, a die-hard Celtics fan, he represents all the aspiring NBA coaches from abroad, saying, quote, "I feel a great sense of responsibility. I feel like I've got to do a good job." Kevin, he's certainly got the personnel to do it.
A roster loaded with talent, Doris. Indeed. Thank you. There's Crawford with the three. Good on the shot. Crawford's got 13.
You can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Miller kicks to Love. Out to the wing. 6 to shoot. It's a pick by Love. And it's Miller penetrating. Stauskas' shot is off. Nuggets trail. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Crawford leads the charge.
Now that is a quick bucket. Pretty good in transition.
That's right. That's exactly right. He loves when he gets the chance to get out and run. That's when he's at his best.
And the Cavaliers call time here. Noel checks in for Denver. Hill comes in for Isaiah Thomas. Then for the Cavaliers, Kid Gilchrist, he's checked in for Dudley. Jimmy Fredette comes in for Stauskas. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Miller. Westbrook dishes to Fredette. The three ball. Here's Noah. Denver grabs the miss. Fareed's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. On the wing, Jamal Crawford. He kicks it to Smith. Outside Hill. The three. They get it again. Right side Hill. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Kid Gilchrist, the pass to Westbrook. Got a piece of it. Snell kicks to Hill. Again missing Hill. Cleveland's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%. But they've continued to let them fly. Here's Love. Tries to snap the cold streak. Takes a three. Noah dishes to Fredette. And it's Love penetrating. Cleveland moving it around. Outside Kid Gilchrist. Left side Love. Right wing. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Noah. And they finally get it to go. A full night's work on the boards in one trip down the floor.
They're taking advantage of blockouts or no blockouts, and then the long offensive rebounds. Those have been converted into second chances here in the second quarter.
Crawford outside. Westbrook pulls it in. Westbrook's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Love kicks to Kid Gilchrist. Outside Westbrook. From outside the arc, Hill pulls it in. To the right side. All alone. And that one hits back iron. And here is Noah. And here's Love for 3. No good on that last second attempt there. And we're through 2 here and a good one. Cavaliers ahead. Lead it. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
A good quarter from Crawford. 13 points, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
But he's done a better job than the numbers indicate.